Hey, y'all doing? This Rob Burnham here, Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Richard TV 91. This time I'm reviewing Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 8. What happens on this week's episode is with Daenerys, Tyrion finally makes it to Daenerys, and he's talking to her, and she's asking Tyrion why she shouldn't kill him and Jorah right away, and Tyrion says that he wants to advise her, and they come on an agreement that Tyrion will start advising her, and she asks what should she do with Jorah. And Tyrion said you shouldn't kill them, but you shouldn't keep them around you either. So she makes Unsullied take Jorah out of the city and makes him go on and do his own thing. Where Jorah goes back to the slaver and he sells himself back. That way he could go back into the fighting pits and fight for Daenerys again. So we'll have to see what happens with that. What else is happening in King's Landing? Cersei is still captured by the High Sparrow or whatever, and they're trying to get her to confess, and she won't do it, and she's still in captivity. What else happens is Sansa asks Reek up in Winterfell, why did he tell Ramsay that she was trying to leave, and Reek says that he would have found out anyway, and he was just trying to protect her, and he didn't want what happened to him to happen to her, and she says she's glad what happened to him. And she also asked why he killed her brothers, and he said he didn't. He said that he killed two farmers' boys and burnt their bodies that way that nobody would know it wasn't the Stark boys. And she knows now that Bran and Rickard Stark is alive, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Only other thing that happens up at the wall, Jon Snow and Torment go to Hardhome, and they're trying to convince all the wildlings to join the Night's Watch with the fight against the undead in the White Walkers. And at first they don't want to do this, and then some of them agree to do this. And then while Jon Snow's trying to get all the wildlings on the boats to take back to the wall, the White Walkers show up, and this big battle happens between the wildlings, with the Night's Watch versus all the whites and the White Walkers. And Jon's able to actually kill one of the White Walkers, and the Night King sees this. And at the end of the battle, all the remaining people that's on the land has died, and Jon Snow and everybody else has done escape to the ships. And Jon Snow sees the Night King raise up all the dead and build even more to his army, and that's all that really happened. My question for y'all is, now that Jon Snow has seen the Night King with his own eyes, what's going to happen with that? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, dudes, awesome. This has been another episode of Richard TV 91. See y'all next time.